Hello everyone, welcome to another day of offline learning. So I hope you watched the video that I gave you, right? The link I gave you before this one. So it was about the Portuguese, right? We were revising about the Portuguese. So I'm not going to talk about the Portuguese again. So it's finished, okay? Today we'll be learning about the Dutch and the British, and this video is fully about the Dutch. Let's see who the Dutch were and what did they do. So these four questions that you are seeing on the screen right now, whenever you are studying about a foreigner, may it be the Dutch, the Portuguese, the English, the Danish, anyone, these four questions are really, really important. Okay. Who were they? How did they come? Why did they come? And what did they do? Right? These four questions are really important. Whenever you are studying about a foreigner, keep this in your mind. So, one thing you should be knowing, who were they and what did they do? Right? These two questions will be different for all of these foreigners. It will be different, right? And these two questions, how did they come and why did they come? This will be very similar. Okay, it will be the same answer. The motives for them coming to India and the way they came to India. This will be very similar. So, while studying about the Dutch, let's see who were they, right? Who are these people? Where did they come from, right? So, the Dutch were traders, merchants, officials, etc., from a place called Holland. Okay, a country called Holland. Today it is known as Netherlands. Okay, first it was called the Holland, and now it is known as Netherlands. So the Dutch are the people of Holland or Netherlands. Now let's see, why did they come to India? Right, there must be a reason for them to coming in India, right? Why did they come to India? So they came to India for trade, right? India was a land known for its fabulous wealth. The spices of India were very valuable outside, and the trade was for spices, cotton textiles, ivory, exotic animals, sugar, etc. We learned this somewhere, did we? So, where did we learn this? When we studied about the Portuguese, right? We studied this when we studied about the Portuguese. Why did the Portuguese come to India? We learned these points for that only, right? So, the same reason the Dutch also came, the same reason the Portuguese had for coming to India, the Dutch also came. The British also came for the same reason here, and the Danish, the French, right? They all came to India for the same reason that is written here. So whenever it's asked, why did the British come to India? You will give this answer. Why did the Portuguese come to India? You will give this answer. And again, why did the Dutch come to India? Same answer only. Okay. Now, let's say, how did they come? So we know that they came through sea route. Why the sea route? We studied last class, right? That the trade between India and Europe used to happen through land route or roads. But what happened in 1453? Listen carefully. This is something you all keep forgetting, right? You all keep confused. In 1453, the Turks captured Constantinople, right? There was a place called Constantinople. It was captured by the Turks in 1453, and this led to the closing of the land route. And so they had to find another route through the sea, right? So this also we learned in the Portuguese, and this will be the same thing for the British, the French, and the Dutch, and the Danes. So remember that they came through the sea route. And what did they do in India? So this will be different, and listen carefully to know what the Dutch did in India, right? So in 1602, okay, it's the year 1602 or 1602, the United East India Company of Netherlands, okay, that is the Dutch East India Company. It is also called as the Dutch East India Company. Okay, the United East India Company of Netherlands was formed. What is the United East India Company of Netherlands? Okay, it is a company in Netherlands which does trade. Okay, it is a company which does trade. Okay, and it has the support of the whole country. The country Netherlands supports this company. Okay, so just remember this only. In 1602, the United East India Company of Netherlands was formed. Okay, and it received the sanction of their government to trade in East India. So just remember this. After its formation, when this company was formed, its government, that is Netherlands government, gave permission to trade in India. Simple, right? And what happened? The Dutch came to India. Okay, so in 1602 the company was formed. Then it got permission from the government to trade in India, and the Dutch came to India. And in 1605, in the year 1605, they founded their first factory in Masulipatanam. Right? We learned this in our first ever SS class. We learned that the Dutch founded their first factory in Masulipatanam, which is in Andhra Pradesh, right, in 1605. And the company captured Amboina, a place called Amboina, from the Portuguese in 1605. In the same year, the company captured Amboina. It is a place called Amboina in 1605. And what did the company do next? The company started to control Spice Islands. Okay, Spice Islands is a famous island. It has another name, but just call it as Spice Islands. So, Spice Islands is famous for its spices. See, it's in the name only, Spice Islands. Okay, so what happened? The Dutch started to control the Spice Islands, and then they captured Nagapattinam. Nagapattinam is in Madras. It's near to Madras, and what happened? Nagapattinam was captured from the Portuguese. It was actually under the Portuguese. The Nagapattinam, the area called Nagapattinam, was actually possessed by the Portuguese, but the Dutch came and captured this place. Okay, and Nagapattinam became a very important place for them in South India. Now let's see what they did next. And their first headquarters, they had their first headquarters or capital, which was in Pulikat. Okay, their first capital was in Pulikat, but then they shifted it to Nagapattinam in 1690. In the year 1690, I told you, right? They captured a place called Nagapattinam from the Portuguese, and in 1690, what did they do? Nagapattinam was made a capital. Hmm? Earlier, their capital was Pulikat, but later the capital became Nagapattinam. The most important Indian commodities traded by the Dutch were silk, cotton, indigo, rice, and opium. So the Dutch came here for trading, right? So what items did they buy? What items did they trade? Okay, so that items were silk, cotton, indigo, rice, and opium. I know you guys know what silk is, cotton is, and rice, right? These three things you know. What is indigo and opium? Come to class and we'll discuss in class, okay? So don't worry. So just remember that they traded in these items silk, cotton, indigo, rice, and opium. And another thing is that they controlled black pepper and other spices. Not just silk, cotton, indigo, rice, and opium, they also traded in black pepper, kurumulagu, black pepper and other spices. So ஸ்பைசஸிலும் அவங்க வந்து என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாரு? They did trade, right? And then the important factories, the Dutch established some factories in India. Okay, they had some factories in India. There were these factories: Pulikat, Surat, Chinsura, Kasim Baza, Patna, Nagapattinam, Balasore, and Cochin. So I know it's a bit confusing with all these names. You have to study the names of other European countries also, right? The factories they had in India, you have to study that names also. Just remember a few names, for 3 to 4 names. Just remember: Pulikat, Surat, Shinsura, Kasim Baza, Patna, Nagapattinam, Balazore, and Kochi. So these are the places where the Dutch made their factories. Okay. Now let's see what the Dutch did in Tamil Nadu. Okay, we looked at what they did in India. Let's see what they did in Tamil Nadu. It's very simple. So we told you, I told you that they captured Pulikat. Like their earlier capital was in Pulikat, right? So Pulikatla, ivanga vandu, what did they do? In the year 1613, they built Fort Geldria. It's a fort, Fort Geldria. Okay, the fort is called Fort Geldria. And the fort, அவங்க வந்து 1613 they built it. Okay, and in 1610 they made a settlement. Okay, a place where the Dutch stays. Okay, where they live. That is a settlement. Okay, the Dutch established a settlement, made a settlement at Pulikat in 1610. Okay, and they exported diamonds from Pulikat to Western countries. So Pulikat had many diamonds, many diamonds. So what did they do? They took these diamonds from Pulikat and sold it in Western countries. Okay, in European countries, they took away the diamonds. And the other Dutch colonial forts and possessions, another Nagapattinam, Punnakayal, Porto Novo, Kudalur, and Devanampattinam. So these areas also were areas where the Dutch had forts and possessions. Okay, Nagapattinam, Punnakayal, Porto Novo, Kudalur, and Devanampattinam. These areas also had colonial forts and possessions. ഡച്ചുകാരോട് ഫോർട്ടും പൊസിഷൻസും എല്ലാം இந்த ഏരിയാസിലും ഇരുന്നത്. Okay, so let's just go through what we learned. We learned about who the Dutch were. Then we came to why did they come to India, and we looked at how did they come and what did they do here, that is in India, and what did they do in Tamil Nadu, right? So these some headings we looked into. I have given you some questions also. Please try to answer these questions. Okay, find out the answers for these questions and read through your textbook. Okay, in your textbook there is a section called the Dutch. Just go through it, read through it, and study it. I'll be sending you another video. There will be a link for another video for the British also. Please go through that video also. So thank you so much, guys.